Hello, I'm Dr. Christopher Verbin. I'm a board-certified plastic surgeon from Los Angeles, and I've been in practice 15 years. I specialize in aesthetic rejuvenation of the face.
Hi, Dr. Verbin. How are you today?
Fantastic, Chris, and you?
Very good, very good. I have to ask you, how do you like the product that I gave you?
Well, when I look at your skin, it's radiant, beautiful, smooth, and I have to say I'm loving the effects on my own skin as well.
Well, your skin looks very good too.
Well, you definitely have helped me along with the product.
Well, I appreciate that. Is there any of the product that you like better than another, any one particular item?
Well, it's funny because the products come for the eyes, the face, the neck and décolletage, and the hands, and in a period of about 30 seconds, I've applied them to my entire face and neck and hands, and I use all the products every time, twice a day.
Well, that's why you're getting great results.
I've been on them for a couple months now. I can see the effects in my neck and my face, around my eyes, and it's such a novel product. I'm very excited to kind of discuss it with you and our audience, to talk about the breakthroughs in this product and how it came to be, some of the science of it, and the rationale for its use, and how it can really help us reverse the signs of natural aging in our skin and prevent the wrinkles and damage that occur naturally from the natural things that happen in our lives and our diet. And this really is all based on sugars that we ingest, and sugars that are broken down into toxic elements that have a really deleterious role on our skin, and not only our skin, also our organs and throughout
The
our
whole body. The
Yes.
whole body. I know.
It really is just a really neat, revolutionary product that makes all the sense in the world when you really look into the biochemistry, how it was developed, and the results that it gives to your skin. Matter of fact, the lab that developed it actually has an oral supplement that's under FDA review right now, pending approval. And not only are the effects on the skin amazing, but the effects that can be transmitted to our organs and our pancreas and other elements that are naturally very problematic in diabetics and things like that, may be very preventative for the normal individual to kind of reverse and maintain our youthful appearance and organs on the inside.
That's what we need. That's what we're all looking for, the fountain of youth, as I call it.
It really is, and there's not been another product like this that has come on the market up until recently.
Well, I know you're always into research, and I know you've been looking for all of the new material, anything to do with sugar glycation, and I know you were very excited about our crystalline brand when you first heard about it.
Absolutely, and the chrysotol activator protein is a really unique thing. And just for you people out there that don't know about this, just to kind of explain about the skin and how things change and damage it. To begin with, there are elements such as sun, exposure to radiation, smoking, diet, and things like that all play a role in our natural aging process of the skin. And they can destroy the collagen and weaken the layers and lead to wrinkling and such.
Well, that's what mine was doing.
Yeah, and most of our topical applications have tried to reverse the signs of that by using acids and retinoic acids and preventative things to prevent the sun's damage to the skin. But this element is actually reverses some of the natural byproducts that are endogenous in the body as a byproduct of our diet that actually create a toxic inflammatory stress on our cells and our proteins.
And that's very harmful.
Yeah, because we all, as we progress in life, our sugar balance is very critical to our well-being, both internally to our kidneys and our pancreas, but also now we understand to our skin. When there's an abundance or overabundance of sugar, they're broken down. And one of the breakdown products of sugar is a toxic sugar called 3DG. That toxic sugar creates an inflammatory stress on the skin. That inflammatory stress releases all sorts of mediators and inflammatory mediators and creates a cycle of inflammation and basically damage to our skin. Also, at the same time, this excess sugars that float through our body, that our body and our pancreas can't deal with, get attached to the molecules in our skin. And the collagen and elastin in our skin are very elastic, compliant molecules. When the sugar gets attached to these nice, soft, flowing molecules, all of a sudden the structure gets rigid. and it can't move and bend. It loses its elasticity. And then you start to get thinning, crepey, wrinkling skin.
That's exactly what I had. My cheeks and my chest. And
So when you start to apply this product topically, it removes the sugars that have attached to those proteins. It lets those proteins really revert back to a natural, smooth, elastic, compliant self, really leading to a pretty rapid improvement in smooth wrinkles and the texture and the brightness and the tone of the skin. I mean, in the clinical trials, within 28 days, people saw significant improvement in fine lines, wrinkles, the brightness and the tone, and just the appearance of the skin, just like you and me have seen while using the product.
Absolutely. I notice your skin every time I see you looks better and better.
I keep getting younger and younger.
Well, that's good.
And I'm a plastic surgeon, and my patients keep telling me, they keep asking me what I'm
What
doing.
are you doing? I
And
know.
I'm like, I'm using crystalline, and the crystalline activator protein is one of the things. I believe in taking care of your diet and also taking care of your skin topically. And I use a number of topicals, but I have been on this product exclusively for the last several months. And I have not seen the improvement in my neck lines and wrinkles and face that I have seen with this product outside of. I've used lasers, I use fillers, I use all those things, but this is just a beautiful element that works across the chest, across the hands. Literally, most of the time I want to apply it over my arms
the whole body,
and my whole body. They've had some clinical trials with this on arms and the crepiness of arm skin, and they've shown significant improvement in just 4 weeks with this product in terms of improvement in fine lines and the crepiness of skin. It's amazing when you remove toxic elements from the skin. You know, these are the changes that occur. We actually revert back to our natural state. You know, a lot of people do these flushes and diets and cleanses and things like that. Well, this is a way to kind of cleanse the natural toxins from your skin that get produced with an overabundance of sugar and their toxic metabolites.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm glad you're as excited about it as I am.
Chris, I want to tell you a little bit more about the crystalline activator protein and really how it works in the skin. Because naturally, our skin, outside of all the environmental factors that damage it, we also have damage endogenously from our system. And we eat sugars, and we all know that a lot of carbohydrates are not good for our system. The more carbohydrates, the worse they are. The higher sugars, the worse they are. And diabetics who don't have good insulin production or resistance have higher levels and extreme damage. We know that when sugars come into play and they get taken up by our skin, they get metabolized and they get broken down into a couple products. Some of those toxic byproducts, especially 3DG, which is a toxic sugar, is inflammatory to the skin. It also causes an oxidative stress with the production of free radicals that continue to damage the skin and its associated proteins.
That's what we hear about all the time.
Absolutely. And then there's another process called glycation, where the sugar is actually attached to the molecules within our skin, the collagen and the elastin. And when they attach these long chains of soft, elastic collagen molecules, the structure gets stiff and non-compliant. And all of a sudden you create a situation where the skin gets wrinkly and thin and starts to look old, and it loses its moisture. This crystalline activated protein removes those toxic sugars, and it diminishes the inflammatory component that increases this whole stress and oxidative stress to the skin. So when you apply this topical protein, this topical activator, it goes in there and it strips the elastin, the collagen molecules. It makes them soft and compliant. Mm-hmm. It diminishes the inflammation of the skin and the whole inflammatory cascade that creates free radicals. And all of a sudden you create a youthful, much more natural skin.
Have you noticed that with using the product?
Absolutely. My skin is smoother, it's brighter, my wrinkles have diminished significantly, and we know through studies that these results start to be apparent in 2 weeks, that get better even in 4 weeks, and carry on. And as you know, you've been using the product for quite some time.
I've been using it over a year.
We use it all over our face, hands, neck, arms, everywhere right now.
If I could bathe in it, I would.
Well, you will be able to, because this activator protein complex is pending FDA approval for a supplement you can take orally. So that not only can you have those effects on the skin, you can have them on your internal organs, which is even more important.
Well, that's exciting.
You know, because just as in diabetes, Diabetics with high sugar have kidney disease, where the kidneys start to shut down. Their pancreas starts to shut down. All these organs that are essential to our balance are damaged by these things. And when we can reverse the signs of those early, before the disease actually becomes a significant disease, then we turn back the aging process. We stop. We really reverse the toxic effects that lead to the creation of aging. The destruction of our tissues through these cycles. And we're at a point now in time in medicine and biochemistry where we really understand a lot of these metabolites and how they biochemically can alter the course of our tissues and actually, be the fountain of youth.
Well, that's what we're all looking for.
Absolutely. So I love the product. I've been using it for the last 2 months plus. And like I said, I use it across my hands, face, neck, décolletage, and arms twice a day. It's easy, simple to apply.
Easy to apply.
It's smooth. It's not greasy. It's non-comedogenic. I have not reacted. It's a wonderful product. Not only that, the chrysotol activated protein in this product is packaged in a lysosome. It's a little carrier package that matches the skin elements that allows the transgression of this molecule into and through the skin to exert its effect where it should be exerted. So using this very eloquent lysosome carrier, so to speak, is very effective in getting the activator protein to the dermis and to the molecules where it essentially works.
And that's why it makes the skin look so wonderful.
That's the other amazing element of this, is the two of them combined just work magic on the skin.
Well, I'm so excited that you like it as much as I do.
Oh, I love it.